Hey guys, welcome back to another news breakdown here on Go Mango, and it's, as I said, just as I upload the other video, we got some brand new images of Machin Sentai Kiramager, and this is actually our very first look at the symbol, or at the logo, and it looks great. It's all sparkly and pretty. I like it. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down every single new picture we have for Kiramager, except for these two, because I already covered them in another video, so if you want to go check that out, links in the eye icon above. But that's neither here nor there. Let's dive into the first photo that I wanted to take a look at, the team pose, and this is our very first look at how their full-on suits look, and they look spectacular. The main thing I wanted to point out here is their pose, though. We will see later a symbol that is in the shape of a crown built together with crystals, which is supposedly their team symbol, and this is basically what they are emulating here. And while we're here, there's some information about the series itself. So apparently this starts on March 8th, 2020 at 9 a.m. In Japan. 5 people who have a shiny spirit of the Kiramental make up the spirit of magic, the strongest enemy of heroes. Guard the earth from the hands of the evil Yodon army. Yudon army? I don't know. But yeah, it's a pretty generic sort of thing. All we really get are, bits of the nomenclature, like Kiramental. It seems like their power source, which we'll touch on later. And the villain faction is going to be the Yodon army, I'm assuming. So yeah, I mean, it's basically, oh hey, 5 superheroes, and there's a bad guy that they have to defeat. Where have we not seen that? So it's pretty generic, but at least we get some of the nomenclature. Anyway, we have some very detailed looking images of each of these guys, except for Red, because he has 2, because he's red and he's special. So let's just take a look at these. First up, Red, he actually, this image mainly facilitates breaking down the Kirame changer here. Now, the text at the top right, all of this is going to be translated by Augustin Radochinsky on Twitter at Alpha Noir. So Red, at the top of this, it actually says Kirame change. The white text below it says the Kiramager transform using an item on their left hand, the Kirame changer, to take the form of warriors. And then each of the buttons are broken down a little bit. They have a little blurb. The top button says, press this button to Kirame change. The one on the right, call the machine. So, oops. Call the Zord, obviously. Down below, we have talk to your friends button. So, it's a chat button. And then to the left, we have mystery button. So, don't know what that does. It's very interesting. Can't wait to see that in motion. So yeah, that's all neat. But, given this image, it gives us a better look at the changer, and I kind of want to take a deep dive, a closer look here, and these techno runes all around the edge, those are actually vehicles. Now, it was rumored a while ago that it was, going to be at least partially a vehicle-based Sentai, and it's looking like those rumors were true. So all 5 vehicles around here, and they do loop around and become, the vehicles there are only 5 vehicles. Sorry. Red is the sports car, green is supposed to be the crane, yellow is supposed to be the excavator, blue is supposed to be the jet, and pink is supposed to be the helicopter. That's sort of the breakdown of each of these runes here. So that's neat, but that's not the only place they show up, because if you can see to the left, the runes just above that leg cuff, those are all the same sort of etchings. So it is this technobabble symbology here in the changer, but also these very runic looking, stamped etchings here on all over tampographed on their cuffs. So it's really neat. It's riding this very nice line between magic and technology, which I love. Anyway, speaking of the cuffs over here between the leg cuffs, we have a look at this little crystal thing, and it's actually called a Kirame stone. The text below it is saying these 5 are all tied together by a gemstone with strange powers, the Kirame stone. Now each of them have them, and I don't know, basically we'll just, after this, take a look at what all the other characters have. They actually have different attributes. Next up, we'll take a look at Blue and Pink, because it turns out that these guys are apparently going to be their own faction to begin with. That's what the rumor is saying, and what sort of lends credence to that is that these guys, their sash pattern actually has a straight line on it, rather than the sort of dotted line we see on green, yellow, and red. And that's because, now let me find the image again, that's because these guys are flight vehicles. I believe blue is the jet and pink is the helicopter. Yeah, so these guys are flight vehicles, so it's supposed to look like a, dashing pattern as opposed to a road. So I like that. That looks really neat, and it again lends credence to that rumor. So as for the translations, Blue, he is actually the sword warrior. The blue Kirame stone gives its user a sword-like skill and attack power. And then below his feet it says cutting edge, unstoppable. So that's Kirame Blue. Then we have Pink. She is known as the heel warrior. Give me a sec here as the image loads for myself. But she's known as the heel warrior, and fight with the power of the pink Kirame stone, the master of Aikido. So I guess hand-to-hand combat. So that's neat. That is Blue and Pink. Next up we have Green and Yellow, and do note that someone mentioned that Green, Yellow, and Red, who are supposedly their own team, those are the colors of, a stoplight, so that, again, another thing that might lend credence to that, and we can see the dashed pattern here. As for their translations, Green says, Speed Warrior. Use the power of the Kirame Stone to shoot high-speed continuous attacks. Assault Lightning. And then next up, we have... where'd it go? Yellow with Shoot Warrior. Fire a variety of shots with the power of the yellow Kirame Stone. Guidance shooting. So maybe he has, very precise guided shots. I don't know. Who knows? These suits look great. And again, if you didn't watch the last video, this is our third-ish time getting a female Green Ranger. And we are back to the structure of 2 female Rangers and 3 male Rangers. So, welcome back. Next up, I kind of forgot what image is next. Yes! Red's super special awesome image, because he's super special and awesome. He's actually known as the Wounded Warrior, a warrior with the power of the red Kirame Stone, fights with infinite glittering images, and then at the bottom it says Inspiration Sparkling. Boy, that's a lot of something. I don't know what that's actually supposed to mean, but cool. Nice. Good. I don't know. This suit looks great, and this is our actual, we actually get a sort of turnaround of this guy, and oh man, it looks so cool. I absolutely love it. Next up, let's take a look at this group shot, because why not? We actually get, I'll take this opportunity to talk about the masks, because people have been saying, oh, hey, this is very derivative. Blue to me looks very much like SPD Blue. Pink looks like Wild Force or Gao Eagle plus like Hurricaneger. Green is sort of like Kaku Ranger to me, and then yellow, he's looking a lot like what's the dude's face? The yellow ninja. And then red, I mean, he's a red. Anyway, people are saying that these are very derivative, which, I mean, it's Sentai, they're all derivative of each other, but they are, pinning this as the 45th Sentai, and I believe it is the 45th anniversary, question mark. They always find some way to celebrate an anniversary, but if that's the case, these being very derivative, that's fine. This looks great. These are nice homages. I absolutely love the look of these. Anyway, next up we have the sort of weapons breakdown. Now, green and blue are going to be the ones using the swords. These swords are actually pretty cool looking. The color choice on them, I question the red and green, but I do think this looks fantastic. And on the other side of the fence, we got yellow and pink using this gun, which is basically a disc shooter, but to me it also looks like SPD Red's gun, the D Magnums. There it is. And also the discs that they shoot out, those actually have the very same runes that are all around these guys, so that's a very neat touch. It also has like a little handle on the back. I'm sure that's to like pull back and cock the gun and then shoot it, because you know that's just how toy guns work. Anyway, red actually is the only one that's able to use both of them at once, like as a cannon or something, and I believe it has something to do with how much what is it, like Kiramental he has. He's the only one with enough Kiramental to make that happen. So we'll take a closer look at that. The sword seems to shrink. There is a bit of, you know, sword shrinkage here because, you know, it's movie magic. Oh, also, we didn't talk about it earlier, but here on the gun, it's a better image here. To the left, we get to see a better look at the symbol. So that's neat. That's basically what the this first image was meant to emulate. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for all the images. These look fantastic, and there are tons of links in the description if you want to check out these images yourself, as well as all the resources I used. I mainly used like Matt Hunt. I looked at his feed. To be honest, I looked at his feed, and that's how I took my notes. And on top of that, I, you know, looked around, see what everyone else was saying. Yeah, anyways, that was it. Tell me what you think about all these scans. Are you excited for Kiramager? Are you disappointed in Kiramager? I see some people being disappointed about the derivative suits, but come on, dude. They look nice, okay? What are you gonna do? I'm not gonna complain. They look pretty. This looks really good. I'm excited for this. Let me know how you feel in the comments down below. And hey, also, just wanted to remind you, if you're a Sentai fan, you're probably a Rider fan, maybe, hopefully. There is a Bluefin survey that you can fill out. They want to know a little bit more about our buying habits, and it makes it easier for them to know what toys to import. We don't have to import them ourselves if they know what to import, specifically premium Bandai stuff, and that's what I need your help for. Make sure when you are filling out the survey, if you like Soto, checkmark that you buy Soto, so that hopefully we can get more Soto in the States, or at least wherever Bluefin decides they want to import them to. I really want some premium Bandai stuff. That's my whole soapbox. You can subscribe, you can like, but what I really want you to do is fill out that survey. That will be the top link in the description down below. Please fill it out. It's very important, and I know these videos get a lot more reach than my usual ones do. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.